This gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Solari. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not going to want to see this.
I don't think this is going to work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a month per line for 4 lines. New from AT&T.
You can't put wings on a car. You can't see an accident coming. Or walk away from one like this. You can't make a car talk.
How can I help you?
You can't fight gravity. And you can't make one of the world's best SUVs even better. Go on, tell us what else you can't do. The all-new GLS.
Are you ready to go?
Possibly the safest, most spacious, most Mercedes SUV ever made. Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over. This gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Solari. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not going to want to see this.
I don't think this is going to work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a month per line for 4 lines. New from AT&T.
Room for 7 and much, much more. The first ever GLB.
We all went to Mars. Really?
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over. This gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Solari. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not going to want to see this.
I don't think this is going to work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a month per line for 4 lines. New from AT&T.
It's not pretty good or nothing. It's not acceptable or nothing. And it's definitely not close enough or nothing. Mercedes-Benz SUVs were built, designed, and engineered with only one mission in mind: to be the absolute best. In the category, in the industry, in the world. Test drive one of 7 Mercedes-Benz SUVs starting at $34,250. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over. This gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Solari. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not going to want to see this.
I don't think this is going to work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a month per line for 4 lines. New from AT&T.
You met on an app. Delete it.
Why?
He's the one.
Huh?
Gesundheit. You have a birthmark. In the shape of Texas, you think it looks more like Arkansas.
How do you know that?
I see something else. A star with 3 points. You're in a Mercedes.
Yeah, we wish.
Wish granted. With 4 models starting under $37,000, there could be a Mercedes-Benz in your very near future.
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over. This gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Solari. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not going to want to see this.
I don't think this is going to work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a month per line for 4 lines. New from AT&T.
And it is a beautiful night in Guadalajara. The Estadio Jalisco celebrating its 60th anniversary tonight. And Leones Negros of Mexico's 2nd Division has invited Atlanta United to play a testimonial match. This will be the 5th and final preseason fixture for Atlanta United. And they will go with a first choice lineup because Atlanta United is now 7 days away from opening play in the CONCACAF Champions League for Leones Negros. Jason, they're going with a 4-3-3.
First choice lineup as well. 2 players were in the Ascenso team of the week last week, Joao dos Santos and Daniel Amador. You'll recognize number 9, Omar Bravo, the 39-year-old Mexican international, all-time leading scorer for Chivas, came out of retirement to join Leones Negros.
Longtime Leones Negros player Jorge Davalos is their manager at the age of 62. Here is the Atlanta United lineup, and they'll be in a 3-5-2 tonight.
No real surprise here about the lineup. Anton Walks will be the left wing back again like he was on Saturday in Birmingham. Brooks Lennon's on the right side. Fernando Meza back into the lineup. The rest of this group is what we saw starting on Saturday against Birmingham. This is preparation for next Tuesday against Motagua.
Well, Atlanta United is a little bit thin at left back tonight, so Frank DeBoer and his technical staff, they have brought Bradley Camden Feo, the 25-year-old from Atlanta United 2, to Guadalajara because you have George Bello out tonight. You have Jake Mulroney in Ireland working on a visa issue, so potentially a really good opportunity for Bradley Camden Feo to play tonight.
Yeah, would not be surprised to see Camden Feo get some time in the second half. Left-sided player with great speed. He was born in Paris, grew up in Calgary, and he's played in Rochester, Fresno, and St. Louis. It's a real globetrotter, eh?
No doubt about it. Well, Davalos became their manager in 2017 for Leones Negros. He made 400 appearances for the club between 1977 and 1991. They play in Mexico's second division, and right now they are 5th in the Clausura of the Ascenso MX, 2 wins and a loss in their first 3 matches. But this is a team that had played in Mexico's top division just a few years ago.
Yeah, they're coming off of a 3-1 win on Saturday over Cafetaleros as well. Dos Santos had 2 goals in that one. Keep an eye on the number 11 for Leones Negros tonight.
Daniel Cantero, the referee. And we want to thank AT&T and Mercedes-Benz for bringing you this live coverage from Guadalajara, Atlanta United's final preseason friendly of 2020.
Brooks Lennon with a great intervention already. We saw him pinch inside quite a bit in Birmingham. Look to see that at times tonight.
Martinez sending it over to the left side, and now this is Emerson Heineman for Atlanta United, up to Joseph Martinez. He starts up top with Pitti and Barco. Leones Negros wearing one of the more unique kits you will see in all of North America. I'm a fan.
One of the best kits in North America.
Very veteran team. Their goalkeeper, Felipe Lopez, has 80 starts in this league since 2017. Jason already told you about Omar Bravo. Almost all of them are Mexican nationals. This play gets in behind Escobar, but Brad Guzan, who was signed to a contract extension yesterday, is able to smother that for Atlanta United. Big
direct switch to Joao dos Santos. Brooks Lennon recovered well. Brad Guzan gobbles that one up.
The 5th and final preseason fixture for Atlanta United. 3 wins, no losses, and a draw. If they win or draw tonight, this will go down as their best preseason record in the 4-year history of the club. Franco Escobar, the Joker, to Joseph Martinez. Atlanta United playing down the right. Brooks Lennon pumps a cross in. Well defended by Leones Negros.
Good look from Lennon. The final ball not quite good enough to find Joseph Martinez. But Atlanta getting the ball out wide, something they didn't do a whole lot against Birmingham. It was mostly combination play through the middle. Good to see Lennon involved early.
Miles Robinson ball for Joseph is picked off. Barco tries to spin it back to Joseph. And again, well defended by Jorge Padilla, the 26-year-old from Mexico. They are playing this match as a testimonial match of sorts. It's free admission tonight in Guadalajara. It's a beautiful night. Clear skies, 68 degrees, but they are celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Estadio Jalisco, which has hosted a couple of World Cup semifinals. in 1970 and 1986. Emerson Hyndman called for a foul here for Atlanta United.
It's a big honor for Atlanta United to be part of this as well. Leones Negros, in introducing the media yesterday to the press conference, talked about Atlanta being one of the grandes of MLS. They're looked at as one of the biggest clubs in the league. That's why they're invited to play in matches like this one.
This is good work by Leones Negros. Jose Hernandez. Bronco Escobar digging for it, and Quintero spots a foul on the home side.
Hernandez, one of the 6 club Leones Negros products in the team. Rabago, the left back, is another one of them. Leones Negros is a club that really takes a lot of pride in their academy and developing players to bring them through the first team.
Chance here for Atlanta United as Barco brings it into the attacking third. Support from Brooks Lennon. Escobar. Barco.
Barco's been in a very free role tonight, dropping a little bit deeper than we've seen him in recent matches.
Martinez, I believe that's his first touch of the match. Here now Fernando Meza, who played for Necaxa in Mexico up until a couple of weeks ago, really. Spent 12 years playing in Argentina, Chile, and Mexico. Did not play in Birmingham on Saturday. Miles Robinson again. Brad Guzan.
Movement off the ball, not quite there. You've seen Franco Escobar motioning to teammates, looking for the runs off the ball to find space.
Kind of a high line of confrontation here by Leones Negros, but Miles Robinson is able to pass it out of there to Hyndman. That is a good ball.
Great by Hyndman to drop into that pocket of space.
And now Anton Walks putting it across, that's smothered by Lopez.
It was Hyndman dropping in to help the back line build up play. That's what sprung that attack.
Foul on Leones Negros, drawn by Jeff Lorenowitz. Hyndman to Walks. Barco back to Hyndman. Now Pity Martinez to Barco again. Good build up here to Hyndman. Emerson Hyndman into the box to Joseph. His back heel to Hyndman didn't connect, but Barco keeps the play going for Atlanta United. Escobar. Barco. Pity Martinez. Back to Escobar. And now Barco again.
Very organized defensively from Leones Negros, forcing Atlanta back, not making it easy for Barco and Pity to find opportunities.
Brooks Lennon will back pass to Guzan. How would you compare the quality of a side like Leones Negros to what Atlanta United's going to see a week from tonight in Motagua? I think there's a lot of mystery about a team from the first division in Honduras and just how good they actually are.
It's comparable, especially in the way that the teams have been constructed. Leones Negros likes to develop players internally. Motagua does as well. But then they go out and get veteran players to add on top of that. The 2 center backs for Leones Negros tonight, both 27-year-olds with Liga MX experience, and Omar Bravo up top. Motagua's went out and they've added a center forward from Argentina that adds that extra element to the players that they've developed internally. Dos Santos takes a tumble from Jeff Lorenowitz that time.
Supporters express their displeasure. With some sustained possession here for Leones Negros in the 8th minute. This one finds Rabago. Canceled out by Miles Robinson. Escobar. Nice job by Escobar to earn the throw.
Leones Negros going to put pressure on here, make it difficult for Atlanta to find a way out.
Joseph dropping back into the midfield to provide some support, but this finds its way to Carlos Baltazar, and then he is dispossessed. Good play by Brooks Lennon. Joseph then turns it over.
A little short on that pass, looking for Barco.
Dos Santos, Rabago. And now they'll flip the point of attack with Godinez.
Good passing from Leones Negros to stretch Atlanta out.
I was going to say, it forced Brooks Lennon to do quite a high work rate. There's Lennon knocking it out for a throw. Rabago earns it. They are playing at altitude tonight in Guadalajara, as Atlanta United will do a week from now in San Pedro Sula when they play Motagua. The elevation in Guadalajara about 6,000 feet, a little lower than that. There's a foul on Jeff Lorenowitz.
Heavy challenge from Lorenowitz on Jorge Mora.
Mora 4 goals in 15 matches over the Apertura and Clausura seasons. And now we'll get some set piece defending here for Atlanta United in the 10th minute.
Looks like it will be Jorge Mora to take it. The 29-year-old started his career in Guadalajara with Chivas. 4 goals on the season and 15 appearances in the Apertura and Clausura.
There's the whistle from Quintero. Mora serve. Joseph Martinez heads it away at the penalty spot. Brooks Lennon unable to clear, but then it's dug out by Walks. Thought they were going to let that play on, but no, a foul on Atlanta United.
Smart from Pitti right there, though. It's one of those little things that sometimes goes unnoticed. Leones Negros wanted to take that free kick quickly while Atlanta was out of balance. Pitti standing on the ball after he commits the foul, so Leones Negros cannot take a quick free kick.
So it's Carlos Baltazar that drew the foul. Now you have Amador and Mora both standing over the ball. So if nothing else, some good opportunities here for Atlanta United to work on set piece defending. Leones Negros certainly growing into this match. And it's Mora again. I think he wanted to go for goal, but it's Pitti knocking it down. And that's driven wildly over the crossbar.
He might have knocked that down as he's holding his arm or wrist.
He's kind of flexing that right shoulder, too.
That might have actually been the shoulder, not the arm or wrist that it caught.
There's no doubt Mora was going for goal. A lot of velocity on it, but Pitti will shake it off. And now we have a high defensive line here for Leones Negros.
Line of 4, that allows Gazan to go over the top.
Foul on Leones Negros. Almost picked out Pitti Martinez there in transition.
That's interesting because you know with now the new goal kick rules, Atlanta's going to play short where they can. They're going to have 2 players inside the 18. But what that does is it draws defenders and it creates those gaps that Brad Gazan likes to drop the ball into those spots.
How about that from Pitti, and Hyndman will earn a foul. Some lujos there from Pitti Martinez.
Pitti growing into the game a little bit.
Meza.
Or just not enough air underneath and get on the end of it, put a cross in.
So Felipe Lopez, who has made 80 league starts since 2017, to send this away for Leones Negros. Now it is Barco and Joseph both stepping up. Hernandez trying to escape for Leones Negros, and it looks like they'll be able to.
Nice work by Hernandez to drop in with the pressure coming from Barco and Joseph Martinez.
Another foul. Well, it's been a little bit of a chippy start, hasn't it? And that one is earned by Miles Robinson.
You have smart players on both teams. They're going to go down when they feel that contact and force the referee into a decision.
It's a good ball. Is it onside as it's going to fall to Dos Santos? The flag stays down through all of this. Rabago. And it'll be a free kick for Leones Negros despite the objection of Franco Escobar.
Escobar looked like he had the arm away from his body just enough to get that call. He's saying he had the arm tucked in. We'll take a look at it now. It's just enough away from his body that's the correct call. Intent doesn't really matter now under the new handball rules for defenders. It's about the natural position and it's about the body silhouette. That arm's just enough away from it. It's the correct call.
So Amador, as Jason told you, on the most recent team of the week in the Ascenso MX to serve this. Well defended again, Atlanta United. I think it was Miles Robinson who gets the clear. Throw to Leones Negros. I'm almost positive that was Robinson in front of goal to head it away.
It's been a good test early for Atlanta United as they're trying to get ready for Motagua, playing a team that is still early in their season, but a team that is making life difficult for Atlanta right now. They're at home. They have their fans behind them. This is what Atlanta needs to get ready for CONCACAF Champions League.
Well, and you mentioned there are some similarities between Leones Negros and Motagua, and one thing that jumps out to me, Motagua and Leones Negros, two veteran teams and predominantly players who have played together for the last couple years. A lot of continuity in the lineups of this side tonight and the side that Atlanta United will see next week. Quite frankly, it's been all Leones Negros over the last 10 minutes. Here's a chance that did roll out. They are a little late to raise the flag, but it'll be goal kick for Atlanta United.
Just a little heavy down that right side with Baltazar and Amador. Let's see how Brad Gazan handles this goal kick. It's another line of 4 from Leones Negros.
Last time he almost picked out Pity Martinez in transition. It'll go short this time to Escobar, and they'll escape with Hindman. Barco draws a foul by Bravo. Barco being fouled in preseason matches. You and Kevin had the match against Elfsborg of Sweden about a week and a half ago, and that was a big theme in that match, especially in the first half.
Barco is setting a preseason record for fouls earned.
Unofficially, of course.
I'm sure Johannes has got the number back at the office.
And Joe Patrick sent me a text about Johannes today, and it auto-corrected to Johannesburg, so I think that's going to be his new nickname. Brooks Lennon as Atlanta United. Oh, good
Nice
work again
tackle
by Dos Santos, and then Lennon unable to win the second ball, but Escobar will keep it going. Hey, Dos Santos is a nice player. So is Omar Bravo. Here's a test now for Miles Robinson. More often than not, he will win that, and he does so again.
Excellent by Robinson to slide over to the left a little bit to cover for Mesa.
A little more in the long diagonal work now for Atlanta United. That's Lennon heading it to Barco.
It's a great ball by Mesa to open that up and pick out Lennon on the right side.
Escobar. Miles Robinson. Mesa. Robinson again. And now Escobar again. Brooks Lennon tried to play that inside to Joseph. It's cut down, though. And a foul on Brooks Lennon.
Good quick transition to defense, though, by Lennon and Hindman. They both step up very quickly, prevent any kind of a counter from Leones Negros.
Uh-oh, here comes Pity Martinez for Atlanta United. And his cross for Joseph bounces to Lopez.
Not quite the ball Pity Martinez was looking for to pick out Joseph. Great first touch from him into space, though.
So Santos able to keep that off the touchline, and Lennon rolls it out for a throw.
Brooks Lennon, strong defender in that wingback position. He's played a good bit as a right back in a line of 4. He gives you a little more bite defensively this season, a little more speed on that right side. I want to see how the relationship builds between Lennon and Escobar. We saw it in Birmingham a little bit on Saturday, how interchangeable they could be at times.
Miles Robinson, after stumbling, is able to slide that back to Brad Guzan. Lorenowitz sends it up to Pitti, and he drops it back to Fernando Meza. I think the experience of Meza playing with Necaxa, playing in Mexico for as long as he did, just feels like he's the type of player who's going to help Atlanta United in the CONCACAF Champions League, especially if they advance in the later rounds.
It's critical to have a player like that come in. He's moved around a little bit in his career. Before Necaxa, he was at Colo Colo. He's been at San Lorenzo. So he knows what it's like to adjust to a new club. Nothing's going to be too big for him. And he understands the role here. He's talked about it in interviews. Fernando Meza came here to win a CONCACAF Champions League, not just to do well. He came to win the thing.
And as we continue to watch these pictures from the Estadio Jalisco, isn't it a little bit surreal to see Atlanta United playing in this stadium and thinking ahead to the potential, if they can get past Motagua and if Club America can advance, they would be about a month away from the opportunity to play in the Azteca. Two of the cathedrals of the sport in Mexico. Here's a stumble by Miles Robinson that's going to create a chance for Leones Negros. Well defended by Franco Escobar.
Robinson lost his footing, and it created an opportunity for Carlos Baltazar. It's a great through ball. You see Robinson trying to get back on his feet there. Omar Bravo, the veteran, gets in behind. Good ball from him, but Escobar slides all the way over to cover and get in front of Baltazar.
Not something you want to see. Miles Robinson down for Atlanta United here in the 21st minute. It was kind of an awkward fall for him.
That's the concern with the way he stumbled. Afterwards, when he got back to his feet, he didn't look completely comfortable.
You'll remember that Miles is still kind of sort of coming off an injury that he suffered with the U.S. men's national team last autumn.
This is the tail end of that play.
Ooh.
Gets underneath him. He's at full stretch there.
Looked like he put some torque on that left knee, didn't it? And that is the knee that they're looking at right now. The referee, Quintero, is asking for the stretcher.
Looks like you're going to see a substitution for Miles Robinson.
You don't even know what to say. You just hope that this is not anything serious, but if you could pick one player Atlanta United could least afford to lose with competitive play starting next week, it is encouraging to see Miles get up on his feet and walk off.
Yeah, he shook it off. He did not want to get on that stretcher.
Much to the chagrin of the supporters in Guadalajara. They are preparing George Campbell, and since this is a friendly, I don't think there would be any point in risking Miles Robinson any further.
No need to risk anything. The fact that he got up and walked off on his own is very, very important, and I know Atlanta United fans are going to be waiting for an update on Miles Robinson.
If we get one, we'll pass it along. Meanwhile, play resumes, and the AR calls a foul on Jeff Lorenowitz. So Atlanta United playing down a man for a moment until they execute the sub.
Lorenowitz will drop into that center back role for right now to cover.
Go for the front post this time. That was a good idea for Leones Negros. Omar Bravo found the ball rolling right to him, and it's out for a corner. First corner of the match for either club in the 24th minute. And I believe they're going to allow the George Campbell sub before this corner is taken. So George Campbell, who started and looked very good for Atlanta United in Birmingham on Saturday, comes in to replace Miles Robinson. And if we get any more information on Miles Robinson and his status, we will pass it along. Good lunging header to clear, and now Pitti is pulled down and fouled for Atlanta United.
Trying to swap shirts a little bit too early is Baltazar.
Atlanta United's a little bit on their heels here, so it'll be interesting to see how they respond. This is why a match like this is a good test. Barco, Lorenowitz, Anton walks, and now here's George Campbell's first touch.
Atlanta's been a little bit slow to find their rhythm tonight. An injury to Robinson's going to slow that up even more now, with Campbell sliding over to the left side of the three. Mesa's in the middle where Robinson was.
Campbell's up in this play as he rolls it back now to Mesa. Emerson Hyndman. Good run by Hyndman. Joseph to Anton walks. Chance for Atlanta United. Nicely blocked down and out for a corner.
Good ball from Walks. He's not a natural left-sided player. We saw him in 2017 play as a right back primarily for Atlanta United. But a little slip pass like that to Pitti. Good idea from Walks.
And Pitti to Joseph. Jeff Lorenowitz volleys it up in the air. Cleared by Leones Negros, and now Dos Santos countering for the home side.
I don't think Lorenowitz expected that header to fall to him.
Good job getting back for Atlanta United. They come down the right wing with Padilla. And that one is knocked wide for a corner. Jeff Lorenowitz was right there. Goal kick, excuse me. Bravo with a good opportunity, but Lorenowitz was right there.
That's a good long run from Anton Walks here. He doesn't get there to make the tackle, but he makes that cross just a little more difficult. Lorenowitz makes it difficult for Bravo to find the back of the net. That time you saw Atlanta skip playing short, pick out Brooks Lennon in that pocket that Brad Kazan drops a lot of goal kicks into. The little diagonal about 35, 40 yards from his own goal.
George Campbell, who's 18 years old, a homegrown player, originally from Chester, Pennsylvania. Mesa, as Jason told you, the most central of the three center backs, so essentially in the Miles Robinson spot now. And Escobar will play that up to Hyndman.
It plays a little differently now. Mesa not as fast as Miles Robinson, but a player who reads the game even better. So you have a little more experience in that middle portion of the field now.
Atlanta United just not getting the ball in the final third much, although that's a good job by Hyndman. Unfortunately, Joseph could not get on the end of it, nor could Pitti.
But that's what's good about a match like this, because you play against a team like Birmingham Legion. They're going to drop deep. They're going to give you all that possession. Now you have to work for it in a different way. This is a great test for Atlanta United to replicate what they're going to have to deal with next Tuesday night in San Pedro Sula.
Very active first half for Dos Santos, who's on the ball again. Nicely sent through to Rabago, and Escobar does well to block the cross. Dos Santos, no foul. Pitti won the ball cleanly. Here comes Escobar as Atlanta United counters.
So it's tough at times. Both central midfielders had dropped deep. There was no outlet.
Dos Santos pulled himself back. Amador now. No penalty. Quintero right there.
Poor from Amador. Very poor there.
Atlanta United countering now with Barco. A little more transition play here in the 29th minute. Ezequiel Barco, long run. Brooks Lennon. Nicely cleaned up by Leones Negros, but Jeff Lorenowitz will control it. And now, what's this? Oh, player down. That is Daniel Amador, who's down behind everything. Let's see if we can pick out what happened to him.
Not much. Not much. Meza gets the arm out, but doesn't swing it, doesn't even really push back on it at all. Amador's looking for the foul, looking for the penalty, looking a little too hard.
I'd say that last angle was pretty clear and obvious. There is, of course, no VAR in a preseason friendly, but Amador making the most of the situation will come out to be checked, and we're going to have a drop ball here just in front of the halfway line, which I'm sure Leones Negros will not contest. Game opening up a little bit, though.
We saw this in Birmingham on Saturday as well. Atlanta struggled to find a rhythm in the first 30. Last 15 was a little more open, risked a little bit more, but they also got a goal out of it.
And Pitti draws a foul on Dos Santos. Dos Santos, who spent his career in Brazil prior to moving to Mexico. Incredulous at that call. Now we'll see a set piece here for Atlanta United.
Two late goals from Dos Santos on Saturday in the win. 2 goals in the final 10 minutes in their 3-1 win. He's looked good on that left wing tonight.
So it's going to be Barco to strike this for Atlanta United. And Barco. Oh, he almost picked out George Campbell. That was a good ball. Just floated over his head and out for goal kick.
A little much for Campbell, a little much for Franco Escobar to get on the end of it. Leones Negros takes that goal kick quickly.
Lopez trying to pick out Amador, who looks to be in perfectly fine shape after that challenge on the other end, and he earns a throw for Leones Negros. Again, one could say a CONCACAF-ish element to the match here in the first half that Atlanta United will appreciate the opportunity to test itself against.
100%. Gamesmanship will be a big part of the CONCACAF Champions League round of 16 draw.
Uh-oh, here's a giveaway and a chance now for Leones Negros. Omar Bravo drops it back. And that one is nicely cut away near the penalty spot and out for a throw. So Atlanta United, playing without Miles Robinson, who got injured here in the first half, has done a pretty good job in their back line of 3. Lorenowitz wins that duel, out for a throw. Lorenowitz, I think, struggled a little bit in Birmingham on Saturday, but looks a tad bit more comfortable tonight.
Missed the first week of training. He had a procedure on his knee late in the off season. Not quite at the same level of fitness as the rest of the group.
On this occasion, Lorenowitz loses the duel. It's a throw to Leones Negros. Mercedes-Benz bringing you this live coverage from Guadalajara, with 1 week standing between Atlanta United and the start of competitive play. Dos Santos again sending a nice ball. Bravo. And Escobar is right there in front of him. Dos Santos. Now Baltazar involved in the play. Goal kick.
Wild long-range effort. Hyndman and Lorenowitz not on the same page defensively. Created that opportunity. I'll be curious to see how many people go into the second half out of this starting lineup. I think it's a big opportunity for Frank de Boer to have a halftime where he can make some adjustments.
Unlimited subs in this friendly, no re-entry, but You can make as many subs as you please, so it is not as though Atlanta United is down to 2.
Good tackle by Barco and then a good pass from Campbell.
And now Pitti will send this up to Brooks Lennon. Brooks Lennon. Nicely defended again by Leones Negros.
It's the second time Lennon's looked for that cut back to the top of the 18. Leones Negros has anticipated it both times.
Lennon will step up to knock that out for a throw. And a very interesting first half. Both teams have had decent scoring opportunities, but nothing all that close. Feels like the possession has been slightly in favor of Leones Negros, at least in the first 35 minutes. And the big headline is the injury to Miles Robinson, an apparent left knee injury, which forced his substitution early in the first half. It may have been precautionary. Hyndman running on for that, but can't win it. For a throw to Atlanta United, which George Campbell will take. Pitti almost got that through to Brooks Lennon. Dos Santos.
Dos Santos with some lujos of his own.
He's a nice player. They've got some nice players on Leones Negros, no doubt about it. George Campbell to control for Atlanta United and dribble right through Dos Santos.
Good work from Campbell.
A nice leading ball up to Brooks Lennon. Lennon over the head of Joseph. It's a long run to the ball, which Barco will win. Renowitz walks. Walks dispossessed.
Right on top of each other. There's nowhere for them to be able to open the game up. It was too easy to defend.
And now again, Dos Santos in transition for Leones Negros.
Lennon back quickly to close that down, though.
Mora. It's Jorge Padilla with a rare touch. Mora again. Good ball up ahead to Amador, and Guzan off his line. Flag never came up for what it's worth. Here's Hyndman for Atlanta United to Anton Walks. Meza. And Dos Santos fouling Pitti.
It's a risky ball from Meza, just a little short for Pitti to get to. It's a quick turn for Atlanta United. Both teams did play on Saturday, but it's a quick turn early in your preseason like it is for Atlanta.
Well, you go basically from training camp mode to CONCACAF Champions League mode. I mean, they scheduled this fixture, and they scheduled it in Guadalajara as part of a kind of 3-day mini camp to acclimate to altitude and the things you can expect in a CONCACAF Champions League, and here we are tonight.
This is the big test for them at the end of preseason.
Brooks Lennon. And that cross is caught by Lopez.
Lennon 4 crosses. He hasn't picked anyone out yet. Need a little bit better final product from the right side.
That's good work by Lennon. Pitti. Oh, and here's Joseph. Oh, well defended by Leones Negros, out for a corner. Atlanta United almost got a gift there, but Leones Negros cleaned up the mess.
Nearly fell to Joseph Martinez. Pitti with the quick ball. Cleared away. Joseph not quite able to get there fast enough.
Actually went out for a throw, not a corner. Brooks Lennon. Escobar. Pitti almost threaded it back through to Escobar. Nice work by Lorenowitz. Franco Escobar. Pitti again. Does he draw the foul? Yes. Hernandez.
Excellent work from Franco Escobar stepping forward. This is exactly what we saw on Saturday Where things got bogged down a little bit, it was Escobar joining the attack and creating some overloads on the right side. His pass to Pity Martinez, they earned the free kick in a very dangerous spot.
And this one is enticing because you have Pity, who can certainly go for goal, and I would not usually expect Jeff Lorenowitz to go for goal in this situation, but he's standing over the ball too.
Jeff Lorenowitz is one of the all-time leading scorers in MLS history on free kicks. We just haven't seen one in a little while.
Well, you did have that thunderclap against Club America in the Campeones Cup last year from a similar spot of the pitch, but that was in open play.
Jeff looking straight on with the right boot. Pity with the left-footed curler. 22 yards out.
It's Pity. Almost. Goal kick. Leones Negros.
Felipe Lopez might have had that covered on the far post. Pity hit that very hard. Not a ton of curl on it. A little bit of top spin on it. Lopez actually was a little flat-footed in his reaction. Goes wide.
Feels like Atlanta United starting to grow into the match a little bit, though.
Still work to do. It's better. Again, this is the right kind of test to get ready for next week.
Walks will send this out for a throw. That's the key thing. You're still in preseason. Better to work these issues out tonight in Guadalajara as opposed to next Tuesday in San Pedro Sula.
It's good to get a test like this in preseason.
And as you said, throw to Leones Negros, it's very hard to simulate this in a preseason friendly. This was a brilliant job by Manny Tejeda, the Atlanta United staff, to get this fixture booked as Campbell knocks it out for another throw, marking Mora.
Strong work from George Campbell coming in unexpectedly in the first half. Sometimes that's a very difficult spot for a teenager. He has been mentally switched on since entering the field.
And Lorenowitz able to work with Walks to get this up to Joseph. Leones Negros again. Diving save. Brad Guzan out for a corner. Meza couldn't close down his man quite quickly enough, and Brad Guzan makes a big save.
Joseph Martinez unable to keep that one up top as they looked for him as an outlet. Big left-footed bomb that Brad Guzan full stretch with the left hand.
Daniel Amador was a goal in 15 starts over the Apertura and Clausura seasons. Put that on. Not a very well taken corner. However, Dos Santos is able to dig this out for Leones Negros. George Campbell is over there.
Barco defending as well.
And that's Anton Walks, and now Lorenowitz clearing it up to Joseph. Ooh, Joseph tumbles and draws a foul.
Better from Joseph there that time, though, to make sure that you don't have the giveaway that Leones Negros can get a chance out of.
.68 degrees, mostly clear skies. Elevation about 5,600 feet in Guadalajara. Atlanta United would be quite content if these are the conditions next week in San Pedro Sula. Here's Hyndman now coming forward. This one's pumped in towards the back post. Brooks Lennon is going to run it down in the corner. Lennon. Lopez with the punch. Lorenowitz. Not yet cleared. Escobar fouling Dos Santos.
Better from Lennon on that cross. Looked for an option at the near post. .44th minute.
Better for Atlanta United in about the last 15 or 20 minutes. There was a stretch where Leones Negros really did have Atlanta United on their heels. They were controlling the match. As Lennon throws this in for Atlanta United to Meza.
They've had the best chance from the run of play as well. The save from Brad Gazan.
Off the shot by Amador. Again, if you're just joining us, Miles Robinson subbed out in the first 20 minutes of this match after an apparent left knee issue. He was able to walk off the pitch under his own power. Anton walks.
Need more of those kind of passes, splitting defenders, splitting the lines a little bit.
Barco will track back on this. Good run by Barco. Can Walks get to there? No.
Unlucky, that last touch deflected off of Barco. Walks couldn't save it.
Goal kick by Felipe Lopez.
Nice
Oh,
work
nice
by
Meza. Meza sending it up now to Barco, who's able to elude traffic. That's a cross put in by Pity Martinez, and it will be knocked out for a throw. Better for Atlanta United here in the waning moments of the first half. George Campbell. Hindman. Up ahead to Anton Walks. Now they raise the flag, a throw in.
Nice at the end of it from Anton Walks, but it had already went over the touch line.
Very short amount of added time here in the first half. Both teams will feel good about some elements of their first half performance. I think both managers, as Jason has alluded to, will see an opportunity for adjustment.
Leones Negros will feel better about the first half than Atlanta United, but this is the kind of match that you want if you're Frank de Boer, because you get to try to correct some things. You get to talk to the team about things that need to be better in the second half, like that kind of passing right there.
Seconds to play as George Campbell escapes the defensive third. Late chance, Leones Negros. Meza, good work. Fernando Meza picking that out of midair. Maybe a last chance here at the death as it's sent up to Ezequiel Barco. Barco. Still Barco. Still Barco. Almost connected with Joseph. Well defended by Arturo Ortiz. Great run by Barco at the end of the first half. So encouraging moments late in the first half for Atlanta United. But that man, Joseph Martinez, still does not have a shot in this match. Shots have been hard to come by for Atlanta United. No score between Atlanta United and Leones Negros.
You met on an app. Delete it.
Why?
He's the one. Gesundheit. You have a birthmark. In the shape of Texas, you think it looks more like Arkansas.
How do you know that?
I see something else. A star with 3 points. You're in a Mercedes.
Yeah, we wish.
Wish granted. With 4 models starting under $37,000, there could be a Mercedes-Benz in your very near future.
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over, this gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Solari. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not gonna want to see this.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a month per line for 4 lines. New from AT&T.
room for 7, and much, much more. The first ever GLB.
We all went to Mars. Really?
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over, this gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Solari. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, you're not gonna wanna see this.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a month per line for 4 lines. New from AT&T.
It's not pretty good or nothing. It's not acceptable or nothing. And it's definitely not close enough or nothing. Mercedes-Benz SUVs were built, designed, and engineered with only one mission in mind: to be the absolute best. In the category, in the industry, in the world. Test drive one of 7 Mercedes-Benz SUVs starting at $34,250. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
You leave it to me. I'll get your taxes in an okay place.
What?
Well, just as soon as my audit is over, this gets my undivided attention.
Take a lot of trips to the islands, Phil.
Pretty great, right? Oh, Phil's legally dead. Fell off a boat. Going by Dennis now. Solari. Long story. Then we got, oh, no, They're not going to want to see this.
I don't think this is going to work.
Just okay is not okay. AT&T has America's best network, now with our best plans at our best prices, starting at $35 a month per line for 4 lines. New from AT&T.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that halftime extravaganza here at the Estadio Jalisco in Guadalajara.
Ricky Martin, Cup of Life. I'm in every time.
You seldom hear Cup of Life. Very underrated, but they did, and they made the best of it at halftime. No score, Atlanta United and Leones Negros. That's not to say that neither team had a chance. In fact, Atlanta United generated an early chance here.
Barco and Pitti not always on the same page tonight. This ball from Pitti's just a little short, finding Joseph. Look at that first touch from Pitti Martinez, though, to open up space on the outside.
Leones Negros had a stretch of about 20 minutes where they were really in control of the match, and it almost yielded a goal here.
This is the one where Miles Robinson was injured. It's hard to tell if it's on the initial stumble or the second one. You see him stumble there. Omar Bravo gets in behind. Robinson does make the cross a little difficult. It's Franco Escobar coming across to deny the opportunity.
And then Pitti with a curling free kick that went just wide.
Hit it very hard and low. Lopez might have had it covered, but he was caught a little flat-footed on that shot from Pitti.
And then an open play chance right at the end of the first half where Guzan had to make a big save.
It's a great save from Barrett Guzan, low to his left. Nice little interchange there with Amador hitting that with the left foot, curling away, but Guzan gets to it.
No real update on Miles Robinson's status other than what you saw there, and he was subbed out right after. About 20 minutes into the match, George Campbell came in to replace him. Miles was able to walk off the pitch under his own power. They brought a stretcher and a cart. He said no. He walked off on his own, and in the few steps that we saw of him walking off, he looked okay. So hopefully this is just a precautionary issue for Miles Robinson. Atlanta United returning to the pitch for the second half, and Frank DeBoer is going to keep his starters out there at least initially.
Joseph Martinez, Brooks Lennon talking about maybe a little bit of the service that Joseph is looking for from Lennon. Lennon had 5 crosses in that first half. The last one was the best one. Didn't get the near post run he was looking for. A couple others where he looked to the top of the 18, didn't quite find the delivery that he was trying to hit. Need more from Lennon, need more on the left side from Walks, need to speed up the pace a little bit. This was something that Frank DeBoer talked about coming out of the Birmingham match. It's a team that is trying to find its footing. You have some new faces. They're trying to build those connections, but at times it's a little too slow, maybe thinking a little too much.
Frank DeBoer about to enter his second MLS season. 184 managerial wins with Atlanta United and Ajax and Inter Milan and Crystal Palace. Pitti Martinez drew a couple fouls in the first half and had that near miss on the free kick that we showed you.
Go back to the Elfsport preseason match that coming out of halftime, the starters stayed for the next 15, 20 minutes. And that was the best Atlanta United looked, was to open the second half. Atlanta needs that kind of performance here. They need to build a little bit of confidence here in this last 45 of preseason.
Now, Leones Negros has made changes. We do not have all the subs for you right now. I see that Jurlian Sanchez is out there. Juan Carlos Valenzuela is out there for Leones Negros, so they have made some changes. We don't have all of them for you yet. We'll try to get them. But Atlanta United has not made changes. This is George Campbell, who was subbed on for Miles Robinson in the first half. Brad Guzan, Franco Escobar, Emerson Heineman. Atlanta United playing in a 3-5-2. And that is a throw to Atlanta United, which will be taken by Brooks Lennon.
The shape has looked a little more like a 3-4-3 for most of the preseason. Tonight it is looking much more like a 3-5-2 with Barco sitting in behind Pitti and Joseph Martinez.
Jeff Lorenowitz sending it up to Pitti, who turns and plays this for Lennon. But Lopez, who had a first half clean sheet, is in control of his area. So this is one of the new subs, we believe. Juan Carlos Valenzuela, 35-year-old, nickname El Topo, which means the mole.
Former Mexican international, 2 players with extensive national team experience with Leones Negros, both in their late 30s. Valenzuela at 35. both giving this team of a lot of young players around those veterans, gives them some stability.
Barco playing it through to Brooks Lennon. The cross is punched away. Joseph was there at the penalty spot. Lorenowitz. And I think George Campbell misjudged that in midair. And now look out here. Meza is back to provide cover. And that one rolls just wide and out for goal kick of Jorleon Sanchez.
Everyone caught on that one. Campbell doesn't win the initial ball. He gets beaten. Meza can't get there. The cross is too much for Sanchez to get to. Brad Gazan has it handled.
Again, these are things that you're glad you have the opportunity to clean up in a preseason friendly as opposed to a CONCACAF Champions League competition. Barco fouled hard on the touchline. But look, to be totally honest, I think there are some areas where Atlanta United has really struggled tonight. Getting the opportunity to test themselves against this competition may have exposed some things.
And that's what they need. You're not going to learn those things without being tested by opposition like Leones Negros tonight on the road at altitude and coming on short rest after the match against Birmingham. These are the things that can help you prepare more than anything else for Motagua. It has to be sharper. It has to be quicker. A little more decisive with the decision making from Atlanta United. That's what you're looking for here in this second 45.
There have been very few shots by either team. You've only had, I believe, the one shot on target from Leones Negros in this match, and that's it. No one has been booked. There was an early spate of fouls, not much since then. Jorge Mora playing this ahead. This is Bravo. And that'll deflect out for another corner, the third of the match for Leones Negros.
It's a big test for this left side for Atlanta United right now. Anton Walks in his second straight start as a wingback. George Campbell, second straight match with significant minutes. Two players that we didn't really expect to see at this stage getting ready for Motagua.
This one cleared by Barco. I think that's Atlanta's throw. It is. So how quickly does Atlanta United want to play? They've constructed themselves in such a manner where they can play quickly when they want to this year, when they want to put their foot on the gas. Barco dispossessed.
Looked like he was pulled back too.
I think he was asking for the foul. This one is sent ahead again to Sanchez. Cleaned up this time by George Campbell.
Better from Campbell coming across, no hesitation. Gets his right boot into it.
I think you're right. I mean, Barco immediately threw his arms up as though he was fouled.
It looked like he was pulled back as he was spinning. This is Campbell not hesitating that time. It's what you have to see from the young player.
Very deep throw for Leones Negros. Almost as though it's a corner. And Campbell again wins the aerial. This is Anton Walks, who's playing left wing back again tonight. That pass intercepted. Mora. This one rolls to Amador. And Atlanta United is able to clear again. And then a foul.
Franco Escobar trying to dribble out of trouble. He gets dragged down. Leones Negros unable to find the rebound after Brad Gazan's save. It's Brooks Lennon who earns that foul. Good defensive work from him initially, prevented that rebound opportunity.
Number 23 is Andrade, who is a reservist for Leones Negros, someone who was not even on our roster coming into tonight. He had that last chance. So Leones Negros has made several changes here to begin the second half, some of which we have not yet learned of apparently, but that's okay.
Welcome to preseason.
And that is the new entry, Andrade, with Lopez clearing. George Campbell. And Atlanta United earning a foul.
Push in the back on Lorenowitz.
I believe Joao Dos Santos is one of the players out. I think I just saw the fourth official put that up. Emerson Hyndman for Atlanta United. We know if you're watching us, you're watching from the Atlanta United perspective, of course. George Campbell. And Brooks Lennon saved that. Yeah, nice work.
Get bogged down, though, again, as they're starting to think about where to play. Campbell took too long that last time. Ball wasn't quality either. Atlanta's now got another opportunity to build.
But this one is overhit, and it's going to roll out for a throw.
Let's see if they activate the press on this throw. Try to box Leones Negros into the corner. When Atlanta can't build up opportunities, they have to create them a little bit through some pressure.
AT&T bringing you this exclusive coverage from Guadalajara, the Estadio Jalisco. This is a testimonial match celebrating the 60th anniversary of the stadium. Lopez has to come way off his line and out of the area. George Campbell. Throw to Leones Negros. This is Andrade. Campbell again. Good work, George Campbell.
Rid of it a little quicker. Walks covers for him.
Mora playing this up to Bravo. Easy work for Brad Guzan.
That's a moment where it's a turnover from Campbell after some good play, but the recovery was very good with Walks and Meza both sliding over, making sure that Leones Negros couldn't take advantage of Campbell being out of the play. Defensively, Atlanta's been good. Going forward, it needs to be better.
Joseph can't control, and Valenzuela will back pass to Lopez. Getting word from downstairs that Leones Negros made a total of 8 substitutions at halftime. Told one of those subs is the goalkeeper, so Lopez is out. And Jorge Salim Hernandez is now in for the second half. Jorge Salim Hernandez has not appeared in a league match for Leones Negros. They have played 3 matches in the Ascenso MX Clausura, which is Mexico's second division, the spring season, and they are 2-1-0, 5th in that league. Here's a race to the ball. Tracking back is Franco Escobar. Oh, that's good work by Franco Escobar. Can he win the ball? Yes, with help with Brooks Lennon. Supporters here don't like it. Guzan is able to clear. May have shanked that.
No, that's a great ball from Guzan into the space for Walks. Needs to be better. Had an opportunity to break.
Well, that was definitely an overhit by Walks, if not a shank by Guzan, right?
No, I think Brad Guzan was chipping that into space. We've seen him do that from time to time. Hernandez gets there. A little heavy.
Well,
getting stretched.
Yeah, starting to get choppy here in the 56th minute. You have Atlanta United starters out there against Leones Negros, mainly reserves now. Jeff Lorenowitz wins a throw for Atlanta United.
A number of these Leones Negros reserves have experience in the Copa MX, which is almost like a mini league. It's not like our Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup that's a knockout competition. You have a group stage.
Oh.
Emerson Hyndman caught napping.
Now there's a race to the ball that Meza has covered.
fitness becoming a bit of an issue for Atlanta. The altitude may be factoring into that.
A lot of travel, too. Obviously, that is a great ball that Pity Martinez is going to track down.
Trying to go first time to Joseph Martinez, well overhit.
But to your point about fitness, Atlanta United played in Birmingham on Saturday. It is, I don't have to tell you, not a short flight between Atlanta and Guadalajara. Atlanta United will spend another day in Guadalajara, then they'll come home, and then they will charter to San Pedro Sula a couple days from now to prepare for their first leg of the CONCACAF Champions League round of 16 against Motagua.
Legs are heavy right now. You have to rely on the intelligence and all of the work that this team has done in terms of organization.
One is played down the near touch line, and George Campbell is beaten. Mesa's there to cover, and Guzan makes a nice save. So Campbell and Mesa did well to end that opportunity for Leones Negros.
Campbell was beaten, but he didn't give up on the play, and with those long legs, he's able to make that a more difficult chance.
Rafa Duran, who is a reservist for Leones Negros, had that chance, and here's a turnover to Mora. Jorge Mora puts it wide.
Atlanta United players are struggling at the moment. Focus is lacking a little bit, but also the physical side of it. Just stuck in the mud a little bit, Atlanta United right now.
But I'm sure you would agree with me. It's better to get acclimated to this altitude now as opposed to next week at Motagua. Get this out of the way now. George Campbell. Anton Walks is dropped back in possession now.
Get it out of the way now, but also figure out how to play through it.
Something they did in Birmingham, to be quite honest with you, on Saturday. They had some rough moments at times, but they found the stoppage time game winner with Mateos Rosetta. That ball for Joseph does not connect. Here's George Campbell, and his shot blocked it out for a throw.
Love to see that from George Campbell, and that's a good ball from Brooks Lennon on the right side as well. Campbell stepping up, no hesitation to look for that shot.
One hour played here in Guadalajara. Fernando Meza. Pity Martinez. Slipping it through to Barco. Oh, back to Pity. A good ball by Barco. Chance now for Atlanta United. Barco again. Barco. He can turn from there. Leaves it back to Jeff Lorenowitz.
Didn't open up for Barco. He wanted to shoot.
Now it's Brooks Lennon. Campbell again. Pity. Pity Martinez. Pity! Oh, a nice save by Hernandez. Kept in play. Long run over there that Barco will watch the ball go out for a throw. So it looks like Lennon now has come over to the left side for Atlanta United.
Just part of the play, just made the run, came all the way across, created the overload.
This is good stuff for Atlanta United. That's a good ball sent in that Hernandez will keep from the end line.
This is that last opportunity of Pity Martinez winning the 1v1. Hernandez gets a touch. Escobar had Joseph Martinez at the top of the 6. Couldn't redirect it into Joseph's path.
Here's Brooks Lennon again. He's back on the right side now. Heineman walks. Meza. Campbell. Pity. Back through to Campbell. Opportunity for the 18-year-old George Campbell. Pity Martinez. Lorenowitz can't save it.
For a little while there, Campbell's playing as a left wing back. Walks was playing as a right center back. That's how fluid things can get with Atlanta United this season. Brooks Lennon came all the way over to the left in that earlier sequence.
An intentional experiment, you think?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just part of the play. I mean, that's how interchangeable this group is. Walks can play anywhere on the back line. Campbell isn't somebody that we've really seen as a wing back, but now he steps up into the play again.
He's almost able to thread that through, but back the other way comes Leones Negros. Atlanta United's been on the front foot the last couple minutes. Mora, who is still in the game. George Campbell stands him up, but Mora's back on the ball. Pretty harmless cross that Atlanta United handles well. Frank DeBoer has not yet made a move for substitutions here. Maybe an attempt to get some of these players 90 minutes match fit for altitude a week from tonight in San Pedro Sula.
So Atlanta shifted into a four-man back line right now with Campbell as a left back. Meza on the ball now. Walks next to him as the center back. Escobar's on the right side as a right back.
This is Mora. Free kick, Atlanta United. How will Atlanta United finish the match as Antonio Sanchez, who has made 3 starts in the 2020 Clausura, he rejoined the team ahead of the start of the Clausura, which is the spring season. And Francisco Rabago, the 19-year-old, checks out. This is Jose Gonzalez coming in, a 21-year-old who also has made 3 starts in the Clausura. He is on loan from Chivas. Unlimited substitutions. In fact, that is now 10 substitutions on the match for Leones Negros. Atlanta United has made just 1. Barco unable to settle that. It's kind of a flattering challenge and a foul on Leones Negros. Meza went in very hard for that. So here's Anton Walks now playing center back, as Jason told you. So Atlanta United has morphed into that 4-man back line here.
Heineman and Lorenowitz sitting in front of Walks and Meza.
I don't think Heineman actually touched that. Ceballos. There's a pitch to the spot that's cleared by Meza. Rafa Duran. George Campbell trying to get in front of his man. That is Ceballos. It's going to roll into the corner.
Excellent from Meza.
Ceballos again. It's across to the back post, which is get up in the air by Anton Walks. Atlanta United not out of jail yet. And now George Campbell calmly clears. Nice job. And Joseph Martinez will try to start a counter for Atlanta United.
Great look by Barco. That's a great idea. It doesn't come off, but he plays that into the space, hoping that it's going to be weighted perfectly for Lennon to get on the end of. That's where you're trusting your instinct. You're not thinking before you make that pass. Barco is expecting to be able to hit it just right for Lennon to get there. It's overhit, but it's good to see him trying that. At times, Atlanta's been too thoughtful in the way it's tried to build up play. Trust your gut more.
And Escobar is beaten on the far touchline. Chance for Leones Negros. They can't put it home, but it's going to stay in play. Guzan did a good job to interrupt that. Ceballos unable to turn. A mess here for Atlanta United. Finally, they can escape. Not clear, though. Now it's Pity Martinez. And Pity is fouled.
Easy call there. Escobar dispossessed too easily on that side. Leones Negros with a cross from the left side.
Woo.
Just a poor attempt.
It's Jose Gonzalez.
Brad Guzan closed him down, didn't give him any time to think about it, but has to test the goalkeeper in that situation.
Pity Martinez looking for Joseph, and it almost got through. Good stuff, Atlanta United.
It's a beautiful ball from Pity Martinez.
There have been moments for Atlanta United tonight. This is one of them.
Quickly from Pity. Didn't miss by much at all.
It's probably been the best opportunity for Joseph tonight. And to be completely honest, Leones Negros has dedicated a lot of attention to Joseph tonight. He has been in traffic jams. I saw our buddy Jared Smith tweet at halftime. It felt like Leones Negros was employing a basketball-style box-and-one defense on Joseph, which I get his point.
Good.
It was a good turn by Gonzalez, but better defending by Atlanta United, and Leones Negros will get a throw.
Anton walks at center back. He's looked good tonight since the shift to the four-man back line. And George Campbell, I mean, to be able to come in unexpectedly early, play well, and now move to left back, which George Campbell did not play left back with Atlanta United 2 last season. I don't think he played left back much, if at all, with Atlanta United's academy teams.
Remember, Atlanta United very short-handed with left wing backs right now, which is why Bradley Camden Feo is with the team tonight.
Campbell's getting some on-the-job training at left back right now.
A lot of space here for Leones Negros. I believe that's offside for the home club as we cross into the 70th minute. Still no substitutions for Frank DeBoer aside from the George Campbell sub, which was prompted by injury to Miles Robinson just 20 minutes into the match. Anton walks. Jeff Lorenowitz.
Lorenowitz in that familiar number 6 defensive midfield role now.
And that is Hyndman trying to send it back through to Brooks Lennon.
Escobar chasing, Joseph Martinez chasing. Can the pressure create a turnover?
Counter here for Leones Negros.
Really good counter for Leones Negros after breaking the pressure. Pulled up a little more short than I thought they would.
Oh, Andrade put it right at the penalty spot, and it bounced through a lot of traffic and out. I don't think it was touched. Throw to Atlanta United. A little more open here in the second half, and both teams have created some chances. Guzan has had to make 2 very good saves, or a good save and a good closure of an angle, as Eric Remetti is going to check in for Jeff Lorenowitz here for Atlanta United in the 71st minute. Like for like sub.
Lorenowitz passes the armband, the captain's armband, back to Brad Guzan.
Thought this was a better night for Jeff tonight than what happened Saturday in Birmingham. And like you said, he's kind of a week behind everyone else right now due to injury. But this was a good step forward for Jeff tonight, it felt like.
Yeah, knocking more of the rust off tonight. Jeff Lorenowitz also looked more comfortable once they went to the 4-3-3. Remetti comes in to pair with Hyndman in the holding midfield. Remetti had a good second half in Birmingham on Saturday.
So Atlanta United has made 2 substitutions. Leones Negros has made 10. We're in the 72nd minute. Mercedes-Benz bringing you this exclusive coverage from the Estadio Jalisco in Guadalajara, Mexico. A week from tonight, Atlanta United, their first true competition of 2020 as they open CONCACAF Champions League play against Motagua down in San Pedro Sula, Honduras. There will be coverage on Fox and Univision, TUDN, I guess, and on radio on 92.9 The Game. Eric Remedi's first touch, and it bounces back through, and now here's Joseph Martinez. Hernandez does well to cut down the angle, and Leones Negros will clear. Chances starting to come now for Atlanta United. Remedi, George Campbell, and Campbell has to foul, and will be shown yellow there, but a professional foul by George Campbell to stop what could have been a threatening break for Leones Negros.
Joseph Martinez with a great opportunity on the other end. Leones Negros tries to break quickly after the save. Miscommunication by Atlanta in multiple parts of the field leads to Campbell having to grab a player to take a yellow card.
This one rolls right in front of Anton Walks. Atlanta United trying to stretch out now defensively. Good work, Brooks Lennon, to knock it out for a throw.
Lennon nearly spun around a couple of times, recovered well, prevented the cross from coming in.
74th minute. I believe Atlanta United still does not have a shot on target in this match. Flag is down here, and it's off the side of the net. Flag stayed down. A good opportunity for Leones Negros, but unable to convert is Emmanuel Ayala, the 24-year-old from Mexico.
What a great run forward after intercepting Atlanta's outlet pass. Ayala with a great opportunity, needs to do more there.
Campbell falls, no foul. Leones Negros again, easy save this time for Guzan.
Heavy legs for Atlanta United right now as they are struggling.
You can really see it here on this counter. Atlanta United looking for the first goal of the match. Pity Martinez from distance, what a save by Hernandez.
Left-footed rocket from Pity Martinez. Bobbles up a little bit, that helps him. Hits it clean.
The match all kinds of stretched out now, and this is offside, and then Brad comes off his line trying to punch the ball away, and instead he punched Jorleon Sanchez.
There's nothing Brad Guzan can do there. He has to play it because the flag was late. Leones Negros players have to defend their teammate, but Brad Guzan meant no harm in that. The ball's still in play.
And now Ayala and Barco going face to face. Remedi is in there. Walks, Heinman, the referee, and the AR is now getting involved. I don't know what Brad is supposed to do here with the flag staying down. He's got a right to the ball too.
He does, and he goes straight for it. He goes up with the leg to protect himself. Sanchez kind of bailed out of it, and that's what ended up causing him to draw most of that contact.
Well, I see Quintero with a yellow in his hand. I'm assuming this means that Brad has been booked, and he has. I just don't know what Brad's supposed to do there.
Yeah, I don't know why he picks up a yellow in that case. That's a little unfair. Not going to create much of an issue.
Now, obviously these cards do not carry over to anything.
Not at much risk for a second yellow either tonight.
Even if he were to be sent off, you are allowed to replace a sent-off player. Typically in this preseason friendly. I've not been informed of any change to that tonight. So it's because it was offside, it's Atlanta United's free kick. See just about everything other than a goal tonight. Eric Remetti. This one's going to get through. Can Brooks Lennon save it? No. Excuse me, Escobar. He could not save it. Franco Escobar.
Escobar's found a third gear so far here in the last few minutes. He made a long run on that shot from Pity Martinez. Escobar made one of those diagonal runs through the middle looking for a pass from Pity.
Foul on Atlanta United. Remetti. We've seen that look before.
Maybe a few times. Seen it from the number 5 shirt for Atlanta as well.
Yes.
Maybe that comes with the number.
Eric has changed his shirt number, as you are well aware by now, from number 11 to number 5. Brooks Lennon now wears number 11. Pity off balance and frustrated as this one is sent forward, and
tried to box him in. It was a good pass out.
Pity with another chance now as he tries to flip the point of attack. And Remetti goes down and draws a foul. And here's a booking now for Ceballos.
Remetti might have taken a forearm that time as he went up.
So the card's starting to add up. We've had 3 bookings now in the last 5 minutes, 2 for Atlanta United and 1 for Leones Negros.
Yeah, Ceballos swings the forearm right into the mouth of Eric Remetti.
Mo Adams, who played extremely well in the second half in Birmingham on Saturday, getting ready to come in. Barco. Sent back through by Remetti. Barco. Oh, is it a penalty? No. Quintero right there waving his fingers.
We've seen that one given a few times as Barco stops on a dime. The slide comes in. Barco, I don't know if he's getting back to that ball. That's likely why you don't get the call. Not much contact either.
I don't think that's a penalty on Valenzuela.
That's one where you're cutting it back and you're looking for the contact. No, Valenzuela did not catch him.
So Mo Adams is on for Atlanta United here in the 79th minute, and he's on the ball now, passing to Emerson Hyndman. Like I said, Adams extremely good in my opinion in the second half Saturday in Birmingham, which Atlanta United won 3-2.
Adams has been really good in preseason as well. He's at left back now. He's on for Campbell. We saw Adams play as a left wing back last season one time at the Bank of California Stadium against LAFC. Played 45 minutes there.
Scored a goal.
Yeah, got a goal. Defensively struggled as a wing back a little bit. This is an opportunity for him to play left back, and we've mentioned it multiple times tonight with George Bello out, with Edgar Castillo week to week right now. You need to find a little extra depth in this position. Mo Adams might be able to provide it.
Can't draw a foul, though. However, Atlanta United will try again with Pity. Long diagonal up to Joseph. Pity coming forward. That's good up to Joseph, but just can't quite control it. Joseph applauds.
That's preseason form from Joseph Martinez right there. In July, he's settling that and finding the back of the net. Unable to time it. What a ball from Pity.
'81st minute.
Adams caught out.
And again put wide by Ceballos or Gonzalez. It will be goal kick to Atlanta United.
Mo Adams caught completely out of position that time. He's not a natural left back. He's unable to recover. It's a great opportunity that Leones Negros has to do better with. Brad Gazan immediately went to Mo Adams to have a conversation with him.
That's a nice ball by Emerson Hyndman. And now here comes Atlanta United down the right wing again. Ezequiel Barco. Remetti. Eric Remetti. Meza, Barco. Barco again. And it's Anton Walks at center back. Back passing to Guzan. Try again with Walks. Heineman. Emerson Heineman playing a long diagonal up to Joseph, and it's cut down nicely by Valenzuela.
Great by Meza.
Barco. Barco. Foul.
Great from Fernando Meza to one-time that one back into the attacking half and pick out a teammate.
So Pity Martinez. A little outside of 30 yards from goal, it would appear. Atlanta United has had moments of control of this match and moments where they have really been on their heels. And Pity open up the goal scoring here in the 83rd minute. Joseph just misses the header. You feel like it's getting closer.
It's another good bit of delivery from Pity Martinez. Joseph just can't get on the end of it. Maybe slightly mistimed again.
Good job, Anton Walks.
Walks earns that free kick as well. It's a tired Atlanta United side trying to find whatever reserves they have left. They are going up against a number of changes for Leones Negros. Some players who have a good bit of experience, some with little experience. This is just grinding from Atlanta right now, trying to get something out of this match.
Feels like they're just about out of gas. That one almost slipped through to Emerson Heineman. I'm beginning to wonder, too, if footing has become an issue here at the Estadio Jalisco, especially in this end, the Leones Negros end. It feels like players have had trouble keeping balance tonight.
A little choppy at times. Ball's hopped up a little bit at times. That's nice work to sombrero around Barco.
Well, Angel Hernandez goes down. I assume the foul is on Atlanta. Pity.
Crafty from Hernandez. Pity was impressed.
Rare will you see a smile from Pity after a foul against Atlanta United. We're in the 85th minute. Remetti steps up to defend. Remetti wins the ball and draws a foul.
That's excellent from Eric Remetti, and he starts it quickly.
Mo Adams. Pity Martinez. Back through to Barco. Barco chasing it. Barco down. Again, no penalty. And it's a corner for Atlanta United.
Barco was trying to pop that back to himself.
We are being told that there is a discussion of this match potentially going to penalties.
Let's do it.
If it remains scoreless at the end of regulation.
I vote yes.
Why not, right?
I always vote for the 35-yard shootout, but I'll take penalties.
I don't think we'll get that tonight. Unconfirmed. They're talking about it right now. We'll apparently know in a moment. Pity Martinez trying to prevent that and make it a moot point here as he gets ready for this corner kick in the 86th minute.
I vote for penalties. If I get a vote.
I would love it. I mean, we haven't had much else tonight.
An incredible penalty shootout. 1986 World Cup quarterfinal.
France and Brazil, right?
One of the best ever World Cup matches.
And it was in this stadium. In fact, Brazil, this was their home base in 1970 when they won the World Cup, and there's actually a statue at the ground commemorating that. The winner of this match will be presented a trophy afterwards. Here is Pity. Another corner earned by Atlanta United.
Oh, there's a trophy on the line. You got to have penalties.
Right. Can't split the trophy in two, can you? Unless, of course, it's made of chocolate, but I don't think they're doing that tonight.
No.
Wishful thinking for me. I refused dessert at dinner earlier. All right, Pity again. Again for the back post. And again cleared by Leones Negros. Sent back in. Goalkeeper misses the punch. Here's Pitti with the volley off the side of the net. Hyndman pleading for a foul on Jorge Salim Hernandez, the keeper, which he will not get.
Pitti looking for something spectacular on that half volley. He should have knocked it back to the penalty spot to find somebody. He had no angle because of Hyndman, who was down, blocking that near post after the collision.
Atlanta United seemingly out of gas against fresh-legged Leones Negros players, but yet finding a couple opportunities here in the waning moments of the match. Jorleon Sanchez. Ouch, Eric Rametti draws a foul. Contact near the head, it looked like. And we're going to have a booking here, as indeed Rametti was elbowed in the face.
Haven't seen much from Jorleon Sanchez tonight since coming on at halftime. 23-year-old Panamanian, nicknamed El Tigre. One cap for Panama, their senior national team.
So it's Andrade, one of their reservists, who is booked in the 88th minute. A trophy on the line in this testimonial match between Atlanta United and Leones Negros. Celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Estadio Jalisco. Eric Rametti. Oh, Joseph was there for it. Back on it, Mo Adams. Pitti Martinez. Pitti! Didn't miss by much again.
Pitti's dropped into a central midfield role a little deeper, pulling the strings. This one pops out to him 30-plus yards from goal. He says, why not?
Atlanta United 3-0-1 in the preseason coming into tonight. A win or a draw assures their best preseason record in club history, in their 4-year club history, if that means anything to you. And Leones Negros, who is in the early stage of the Ascenso MX Clausura, 2 wins and a loss in their first 3 competitive matches of the spring. Jorge Salim Hernandez. As we're now in the 90th minute in Guadalajara. Atlanta United pleading for handball. They're going to get a throw anyway.
Good number of minutes for a lot of Atlanta United players who probably needed them to get ready for next week.
Mo Adams. Rametti. Mo Adams again. Pitti and Mo are able to escape. Look out here. Brad Guzan has to come off his line. Good decision. Anton Walks was over there as well. Anton Walks has played left wing back and center back tonight. Into stoppage time. Emerson Hyndman. Rametti. Barco. We're going to have 3 minutes of stoppage time as Barco starts forward with Hyndman. Emerson Hyndman. Barco. Ezequiel Barco. Pitti. Stabbed away. Rametti. And that'll go out for a throw.
See if Atlanta has anything left to step up and press this throw. Try to create a turnover. They do.
Here's Pitti Martinez. Pitti Martinez. Ball is stabbed back into the midfield. And players lose their footing both ways, and we're going to have a foul on Atlanta United and a yellow shown, although Escobar disagrees with it.
Escobar slipped and stuck his foot out knowing that he had to. That's what he's trying to explain here. No poor intent. Yes, he's on the ground here, and it's like, yeah, I'm not going to let you break through and run free.
Foul is a foul. Doesn't matter if you mean to do it or not.
Oh, no, you definitely get the yellow there. He knows it. He's just trying to say he didn't mean to hurt anybody.
What's going on here now?
They're arguing about did he mean to hurt anybody.
As that argument ensues, the referee, Quintero, makes Leones Negros retake the free kick. So we have the waning moments of a preseason friendly and the mystery rumors around the ground of penalty kicks. Not confirmed.
Creating a cliffhanger here.
Rumors of a trophy. Can Leones Negros make that conversation moot? Shot from distance, easily saved by Brad Guzan. Time maybe for one more attack for Atlanta United. Eric Remetti. Pitti able to dig that away, and then Pitti falls down and draws a foul.
This should be the last chance for Atlanta United. See if they just hold it and get numbers forward. Now they play quick.
That's Anton Walks. Barco. Hindman. Emerson Hindman. In the corner now for Mo Adams. And Adams cross put out for a corner. Will the referee let them take it? Yes. I would assume everyone up now for Atlanta United. This should be the final play of regulation, and Pity Martinez goes into the corner. Can Atlanta United find the game winner? Pity Martinez. That should take us to the end of regulation as Mo Adams drops it back to Remetti, and we get to full time. Now, do we have penalties, or is this match over? I believe some of the Atlanta United players believe there are penalties. Frank DeBoer is going out to speak to Pity Martinez. So for only the second time in the history of the club, Atlanta United's going to a penalty shootout. The first penalty shootout had much more significance than this.
This one has a trophy on the line, Mike.
Well, a trophy of which we do not know the name. Hopefully we'll get information on that. I will say this, that as far as the 90 minutes of open play are concerned, I think Atlanta United can probably take some things out of the final 10 minutes of this match that they're going to be very pleased with.
They can take elements of both halves. They can take good and bad out of this, and there's a lot to work with for Frank DeBoer, both in the video room this week preparing for Motagua and out on the training pitch. This is the best test they have had in preseason, and it came at the time that they needed it. Not just a fitness test, although they got that as well tonight. They were pushed in some different ways by Leones Negros that they haven't been pushed by other opponents, and you saw some of the issues that they have to work on. It has to be faster. The play going forward has to be quicker. The transition from defense to attack has to be quicker. Defensively, very good. Defensively, all preseason, it's been very good. The attack, not there yet. The patterns in the attack are not there yet, and the speed in the attack, it's not there yet.
Well, you know how we always have those hypothetical discussions on a lazy August day. What would happen if Atlanta United had to put a penalty taker list together? Well, we're going to find out now, at least in this situation, what Frank DeBoer would do.
And he had a list. He came out talking to Pity Martinez about that list immediately.
Let's speculate here, shall we? I don't think there's much doubt that Pity, Barco, and Joseph would be on that list. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that.
Jeff Lorenowitz is out of the match. He'd be one I would suggest, but I don't think you are going to be allowed to re-enter for penalties in this situation.
No, not happening. I'm going to go Meza and Lennon with the others.
Okay. Well, we will find out momentarily as we have late drama here on a Tuesday night in Guadalajara. Atlanta United and Leones Negros going to penalties, and that is the trophy. That is the spectacular trophy that is on the line tonight. What a beautiful testament to Estadio Jalisco and its 60th anniversary.
Atlanta United likes to acquire trophies.
They have 3 of them. 2 won last year, the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup and the Campeones Cup. And of course, well, you know, I shouldn't slight the son of Baconator, the Eastern Conference Trophy. That would count as a trophy, and the MLS Cup. So the supporters here love this in Guadalajara.
Always fun to watch a penalty shootout when it really doesn't matter that much. No offense to the beautiful trophy. These kinds of shootouts are fun.
Yes.
Although my appeal for the 35-yard shootout was denied.
If this were a playoff match or a match to determine the MLS Cup champion, the U.S. Open Cup champion, the Campeones Cup, I would probably be having a heart attack in the booth right now. But this is much more laid back and enjoyable.
This is good preseason for you as well, Mike.
Well, hopefully we will never see the day. Now, Angel Hernandez going to the spot for Leones Negros to start this.
Now remember, 1 foot has to stay on the line from Brad Gazan. Not both feet like it used to be. 1 foot.
Hernandez, who has made 1 league appearance this year, no goals. First of 5 attempts for Leones Negros. Guzan guessed right, but the early lead goes to the home side.
It's a well-taken penalty into the side netting. Even that long reach from Brad Gazan can't get there. Put that into the side netting. Not many goalkeepers are making the save.
Remember, Leones Negros made the goalkeeper sub at halftime, so Jorge Salim Hernandez, who has not appeared in a league match for Leones Negros this year, is the goalkeeper for the home team, as Joseph Martinez, Atlanta United's all-time best penalty taker, is up to the spot. Joseph has not changed his form.
That's a little different one, though. It's a different kind of hop. Joseph liked it.
1-1 after 1 round of penalties. Yeah, a little faster pace on the hop, I guess.
Skip that time. Goalkeepers around MLS don't like to see a variation on that one.
Very definitely not. Luis Ortiz now for Leones Negros. Ball rolled off the spot. Second round of penalties. And Guzan makes the save.
Brad Gazan holding his spot on the line as long as he could. Reads it well, gets the left paw down. Great work from Brad Gazan.
So Marvin Ceballos is denied from the spot. Now it is Fernando Meza. So Jason guesses correctly. Meza will strike the second penalty here for Atlanta United. I hope all of you watching in Atlanta and across the state of Georgia are enjoying a very unusual end to this 2020 preseason. 29-year-old from Argentina, Meza. And the save is made by Hernandez.
Hernandez waited Meza out as well. Got both arms out at full extension. Don't think he came off the line early. He knew it immediately.
That was actually kind of savvy. It looked like he was leaning, but with his feet still on the line. So Jorge Salim Hernandez matching Guzan in the second round. Rafa Duran now, a reservist for Leones Negros to start the third round here in penalties. Leones Negros.
Great example of the duel between the penalty taker and the goalkeeper with this one. Both kind of staring each other down. Brad Guzan eventually has to take a guess. It's buried into the other upper 90.
Emerson Heineman now for Atlanta United. Did you get a sneak peek at Frank DeBoer's
I had
penalty
Lennon.
sheet?
I did not have Heineman. I won't take credit for it.
Heineman saved again. Jorge Salim Hernandez standing tall.
Heineman doesn't put it far enough into the corner.
I'll tell you that you're right. The right foot was definitely off the line, but it looked like the left foot was on the line. Good goalkeeping, Jorge Salim Hernandez, and now a big opportunity for Juan Carlos Valenzuela. Leones Negros could be almost home if he can score here.
Hernandez has such a big frame and wingspan. He's able to cover so much of the goal.
Pressure on Guzan. Valenzuela. 3-1 Leones Negros.
They're not your run-of-the-mill penalties, these last two. Valenzuela into the roof.
And now it will be do or die for Atlanta United. They must convert here to extend the penalty shootout.
Looks like it's Ezequiel Barco coming up to take it.
Well, Barco has taken some pressure-packed penalties before.
He has. He's had good success, although he's had some misses in these situations. Pressure not phasing him.
Barco to keep the shootout going.
Hernandez trying to get in Barco's head all the way over to the right side. Now back to the middle.
And it's saved and it's over. Leones Negros wins the shootout. Jorge Salim Hernandez with 3 straight saves.
Great work from Hernandez. The last save was the best one.
It almost appears as though he doesn't realize it's over. I think Brad Guzan had to remind him that he just won the match.
He's so locked in. Hernandez gets down low. Not as far into the corner again from Barco as you would like, but Hernandez with another big save. And Leones Negros will keep the trophy.
Hernandez with the saves on Meza, Heineman, and Barco, and they win this testimonial match in penalties. It will be scored as a draw. Atlanta United will finish the 2020 preseason at 3 wins, no losses, and 2 draws. That's big for Leones Negros on a big night in Guadalajara. They looked at Atlanta United as the standard bearers of MLS. They promoted this match as such, and they win a trophy in what will end up being a very useful experience for both sides.
It was a great experience for both sides. Leones Negros want to play matches like this to build their brand and be known more outside of just Mexico and the Ascenso. They want to get back to Liga MX. You see Atlanta United gear in the stands at the Estadio Jalisco. This builds Atlanta United's brand as well. And as the Mexican media pointed out ahead of this match, Atlanta United is considered one of the grandes of MLS. So this is a very prestigious event for both sides. A good celebration. The fans had a good night in the building at the Estadio Jalisco. And more importantly, it's a great celebration of that building, the Estadio Jalisco. Kind of fitting that the trophy is in the red white and blue of France, who won the penalty shootout in that quarterfinal. Hernandez representing a little bit of Joel Batz, who had a great run in that shootout.
Joel Batz, who then became the goalkeepers coach at Montreal Impact.
There's your MLS tie.
So in penalties, Leones Negros over Atlanta United, 3-1 in penalties. The preseason is over. CONCACAF Champions League play begins a week from tonight for Atlanta United. We will see you in San Pedro Sula.